So, good afternoon. I'm going to giving some brief description about the use of the shell panel. When you start the application, it is possible that the application remember the last position of your panel. In my case, I have minimized the panel explorer panel, and I have minimized also the log panel because I don't going to use this in this moment. So the shell panel, it is first of all located at the bottom of the application. As you can see that in the top of the shell panel, it's Salstat, the name of the application. If you try to write something, it is not possible because it is unable to write. So it's located in these three arrows, something like an arrow. Okay, let's make some simple calculation by assume. Then 1 plus 2 plus 3, it is 6. Or you can use parentheses, 1 plus 23 minus 3 by 2, 41. You have to take care about by using the division. For example, 2 divided by 2, it is not a trouble, but if you have 2 divided by 3, it's 0, but it's an integer division. So if you want to correct them, you have to put a decimal point, and in my case a 0, or by using a float. So 2 divided by float value, and the value 2 plus 3 plus 4, and please enter. Then you obtain 0.2222. In the right hand side of the shell panel, there is a control that allows you to move from the top to the bottom. Okay. Also, if you see, there is a minus. If you press over the minus, then it's collapsed. So you can collapse all that you are not going to use. The shell panel has some classes. If you press the dir function, then you can see there exists an OK, an Excel, built-in CLS, dialog, getPath, and other objects. For example, if I want to use the stats function, stats, okay, then press the point, and we can access to a lot of functions contained by the stats module. For example, if you move the arrow key to down, you can see a lot of functions. But if I want to use, for example, the mean, then I start to press the M, E, A, and automatically it is sent to the mean. I press with the mouse mean and open the parentheses, and appears some data or some information about this specific function, in this case the mean function. So I'm going to introduce some data. Let me see, by a list. The list in Python, it is by open bracket and a close bracket. So the first element it is one element, it is separated from the other element by the comma, 2 and 3. Sorry, 3. If I press enter, so I obtain the number 2. It is easy, but let's input some data into the data entry panel. So start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, just give me a second. So let's add more data by using the shell panel. So we have 4 columns in the stage 1 of the data entry panel, but we want to add more data by using scripting. So if you want to refer to the grid, then use grid. The grid refers to the current grid. So to put some data, let's use put call, open the parentheses. The arguments for this function, it is the first column, it is the name or the column of the column that we want to change. In this case, the column must be the column B, so we write the B and separate it by using the comma, and then the data we want to put. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then press the enter key. As you can see, the data is automatically appended or added to the contents of the column B. Okay, there is a successful function called range. Range, the star value 1, step value 5, and the step I want to use 2. The range is 1, 2, 3. So we are going to use, I'm going to use this function to put some data into the column C. So we can use the copy and paste. And here I'm going to use the function range. For me, the first column is 2, the last column is 200, and the step will be 3. Then I'll close the bracket, the parentheses, and press the enter. Oh, sorry, I overwrite the contents of the column B. If you move this control, you can see the last value, it is 197. So I'm going to correct that. I'm going to the column C. It is the column number 2 because the number of the columns start with 0. So the column A, it is the column number 0. The column B is the column number 1, and column C is the column number 2. I'm going to change the range from 1 to 23 and 1 by 1, and this is the column C. Also, you can read the data of the specific column. In this case, we can use the grid and then get call and the name of the column, the name or the number of the column. So if I press the column number 0, then I obtain the values of the column A, in this case 1, 2, 3, okay, until 8. Or you can use the command call, but let me see what is the call. It is open or close. Or you can just say call. It is equal, C call equal to grid dot get call. So if you use call and the number of the call or the name of the call, column C, we should obtain the contents of the column C. Here 22. So let's calculate the the standard deviation of the contents of the column C. So stats dot and is standard deviation and open parentheses, and my data, it is the column C, and as you can see, the standard deviation is 0.49, and then you can put the data into the column C. So let's say standard deviation equals to this, and then the grid put col, and the column, it is the column D, and the values are a standard deviation. Press enter. We obtain the standard deviation in the column C, and also the application automatically adds a new column, the column number name it E. Okay. So we want to save all of this in a file, so we can copy the contents by selecting copy, and then using the script panel you should paste. Okay. And then save it by using this, save the script, and then go to the top and by a name. So example number one, example one, then save, and that's all. In any moment, sorry, you can load again the data. Example one, open, and here's the data there with the results there. Okay, I think it's all.